Patreons that deserve some love. Elizabeth Simins. Elizabeth is a comics artist, illustrator, and podcaster, maybe best known as the Twitter personality who will tell you in extreme detail which animes are the gayest. I think the official word is that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure beats out Yuri on Ice. Her Patreon is mostly illustration work, where she gives herself a subject each month and does a sketch a day on that theme. Otto Maytons gave us this great drawing of Robo from Chrono Trigger, for instance. She also created The Womansplainer, that site where men can commission her to explain rudimentary feminism to them, rather than expecting women to do it for free on Twitter. Her most recent long-form comic, Evil, deals in part with how geek culture is often loved by marginalized people and how it fails to love them back. That's a really good place to start. Her work is really good. Check it out. Scout. My friend Scout is a shockingly skilled and polymathic Bay Area artist, maybe best known for the two-time Eisner-nominated experimental webcomic Failing Sky, which you navigate non-linearly, kind of the way you would research on Wikipedia. She's also put out Villainette, a series of mostly single-strip gag comics rendered in outline-free watercolors, and she's the founder of biker girl gang The Degenerates, indoor slingshot shooting range Scouts Artillery, and she put out these vinyl stickers for turning bathrooms gender neutral. I still have some of mine. I gotta fix some more bathrooms. One thing about YouTube is it has a huge audience and it's easily shareable, and while I have problems with its discoverability tools, it does have discoverability tools. But work like Scout's and Elizabeth's, comics and site-specific work, people tend not to see it unless they are directed to it. So YouTube works great with Patreon, but some other media don't do as well. So I feel like it's especially important to value that work as much as we value the work that is easier to find and share. So start with Failing Sky and continue outward from there. I don't think you'll regret it. Rantasmo. Rantasmo's series Needs More Gay, which talks about queer media and also queer representation or even just queer themes in mainstream media, is basically YouTube royalty for people like me. He's been putting out videos pretty steadily for longer than many of us have been in the game. He's part of both Channel Awesome and Shay Apocalypse, so he's got cred up to his beard. So I'm really surprised that his Patreon isn't doing like 20 times better than mine, because it should be. I've just gotten off a binge watch of Needs More Gay, which is like my third binge watch of Needs More Gay. So seriously, like, do not sleep on him. Gaming folks, maybe watch his video on Baldur's Gate 2, and if you're waiting to back him until he covers the outs, well, back him anyway, but he really should do a video on the outs. Shannon Strucci. I am a pretty shameless Shannon Strucci fan. I'm not gonna hide that. She's known primarily for doing video essays on film, probably best known for her series So You Want to Be a Film Nerd. More recently, she's been doing these long-form dissections of art she loves. She's done Hannibal, Hot Fuzz, Man Man, and One Piece. It can be a little daunting if you're not into what she's into, because it's a lot of information about a thing you're not into, but it's hard not to get swept up in the love she has for it, even as her attention is highly analytical, and she doesn't avoid the parts of the work that are imperfect or problematic. Also, again, gaming fans, she did a video about games that is worth watching. Shannon's work is criminally underappreciated. With each video, I keep expecting this to be the one that takes off, so I never pass up a chance to spotlight her. I would say start with the Film Nerd series and bounce around from there. It's hard for me to imagine anyone liking my work and not liking these folks as well, so if you are willing and able, give their Patreons some love.